What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk. I noticed that on this Celebrity Junk channel, a lot of brothers like the black men coming after Dr. Umar Johnson. So of course, I like to do what niggas like. I'm not against progress. If you like more roasting videos of black men holding Dr. Umar Johnson accountable, I am going to post that. Here is another one from a brother who was getting at Dr. Umar Johnson, and I'm gonna play it now.
And I'm telling you, black men are responsible for her being masculine.
It's kind of sad, isn't it? Dr. Doolittle got up here and blamed all men for women's shortcomings. But as you can plainly see, common sense and street smarts outweighed his Stevens Henniger doctorate degree. So, yeah, you got all the men going against you right now because you're full. Okay, all right. Sure, I said it. We playing this shit.
So, guys, that is, I believe, the TikToker's name, and we'll put it there. Mr. Elite is back. He is one of the more popular passport bros on TikTok. I have seen his content there. And the question is there some level of unaccountability from black men or passport bros in their commentary about Dr. Umar Johnson? I want to deal with this. Number one, and a lot of guys are not going to like where I go with this, but I've been in, let's say, countries or in communities where men are going to work together to achieve an outcome that the community will adhere to. You see it in Africa. I've seen it in Poland. I've seen it with the Ukrainian community in Poland. I've seen it with some levels of Indians in Poland, Indians anywhere. They're going to be a group of men that will come together. I've seen it with Somali men in Kenya, and they're gonna orchestrate certain things to help their people achieve something, and then the women that are going to be in that community are going to abide by that. That is something that black men don't do. Okay, now let me just tell you this. I was on my way to a city one time. I was taking an international flight, and I saw Ugandans on that flight, and they were bringing boxes of matoke. Now, matoke is almost like a African banana, if you want to call it that. It doesn't taste anything like a banana, but that's what it looks like. And they were selling it in this particular city that I was traveling to. And when I found out who they were taking it to, they were taking it to their group that happened to be amongst this particular region. And I asked my manager, I said, this is what I have seen going into this particular city. He said, oh yeah, that's a big business. He said, I know some people who left from corporate America, Uganda, and in that business is making almost $2,000 a day. After taxes, they're bringing home $1,500 in gross. And I said, that's odd, because if you have a group of men who are doing a business like that, how do their women behave? I can tell you that those women are not going to be acting like the ones brothers are complaining about, simply because those people in that community are going to have rules of engagement. And if you act any kind of way in that system, you're going to be put out. This happens all over the world. Poland, it happens even in the Ukrainian community in Poland. There are certain things you got to do to be in the community or you're going to be gone. Black men don't behave like that. The reason why I'm talking about this is black men are individuals. Black men don't operate in a group of men that are willing to achieve anything. That's not what you see with brothers. Brothers act as individual tigers. So a tiger can't hunt like lions. And that's why lions are so much more dangerous as a group, because they operate as a pride. And that's why the king of the jungle is the lion, not because of his own personal ferocity, but what he does. Now, that part black men have dropped the ball. That is absolutely the truth. These black men don't work together to build a community. Now, they have had a lot of help in the effery with the white man and the single motherhood epidemic and things like that. So that's the one thing that we're failing on. However, what the brother is saying makes a lot of sense, because when Dr. Umar Johnson says that she is responsible, you're responsible for her lack of femininity, and I can buy that in certain cases. But when she is successful, it's in spite of black men. She did it on her own, right? When a black woman is financially successful, notice that nobody ever talks about her lack of femininity. Never, for the most part. It's you did it in spite of. Now, that femininity or lack thereof, she made a conscious choice to be successful regardless. Nobody had to tell her to be ambitious, to be constitutive. She did it on her own, right? And if a black man is not a man, listen to what I'm saying. If he's not masculine, there's a problem, right? What I mean to say is, as far as a problem, he has to be a man no matter what. Just like a black woman can choose to be ambitious. A black man got to be masculine no matter what. Her femininity has to always be there regardless. Just like ours is a masculinity has to be there regardless. Even if we didn't come up with fathers. Who will buy the fact that you're a black man, you didn't have a father, blame it on the mom? Nobody can buy that. Why didn't I have my father in my life? Nobody can buy that. I can even say, if you're even a black man and you're in the LGBT community, if you don't have the attributes of a man in society as far as providing for yourself and doing this for others, nobody wants to hear your sexuality issues. They don't want to hear it. People want to hear that you got the job done. And if black women can be responsible for their own decisions when they do very well in school, and we can celebrate them, they also need to be held accountable for whatever wrong decisions they have and why they don't have their own femininity. Because femininity and masculinity are not up for the debate here. It's something that you gotta learn, regardless if you had a teacher or not. Nobody wants to hear that you can't do the job. You can't do the job? Well, step aside, let somebody else do it for you. That's all that it is. Like, you gotta be honest here. You can't be a woman for a man, then okay, fine. Go get somebody who can do it. Go work on yourself. Go take some self-improvement courses. Go figure out what kind of hurt and pain you need to get over, and then come back when you can participate and act like you have some sense. That's the same thing women tell men all the time, and we need to have a little bit more equality with that. And that's what black men are talking about. These women are adults. We can celebrate them when they're doing very well. We can celebrate them when their kids are doing very well, in spite of whatever the issues they're having. So when they don't have them, we also need to be able to talk to them straightforward and frankly, and stop beating around the fucking bush about this. We spend too much time holding black men accountable and treating women as if they're adults only if they're successful. If they're successful, they're adults. When they fail, they're no longer adults. They can be, we can admonish them. There's no level of admonishment for bad decisions, okay? Completely. They are out of sync of everything. Typically, you can't even talk about them when they're doing wrong at all. And this is the issue here. And these black men have a point. As much as black men do a terrible job of building infrastructure together, which that is a point we cannot get across. And black men can change a lot of that if they did. We got to deal with the fact that they should be without responsibility. They are not without admonishment. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of Celebrity Junk. Appreciate you for all you, screaming the bell. We're out.